I started out growing up in a place called Caribou, Maine. It is the northernmost city in the US. It is the furthest point you can travel to from where I live now in San Diego. If that tells you anything. And in my town, girls were told that they really had two choices: who they married and how many kids they were going to have. And I can remember growing up, and instead of playing outside, I would sit and play cards with my mother and her friends, a game called Scat. Don't play Scat with me, I'm very good at it. You will definitely lose. And we would play cards, and I would listen to them talk about putting their kids first, and their husbands first, and their church first, and their community first, and wondering when was it going to be their time. And they weren't angry, and they weren't complaining, and they weren't whining. That was their lot in life. That's just what you do as a woman. You can't really have it all because you have to, something has to be sacrificed. So I grew up thinking two things. One, don't get married young. It wasn't get good grades and go to college. It was whatever you do, don't get married young. And whatever you do, make enough money so you can make your own choices. So you're not beholden to someone else who makes the money and you can't choose what you want. That's what I left home with. And my mother had 12 brothers and sisters. She grew up on a potato farm, and she had all the modern luxuries like outdoor plumbing. And my mother said to me, look, I am teaching you no domestic skills whatsoever. No cooking, no cleaning. That will never get you out of here. And you're only going to learn things that will get you out of here, and when you leave, don't come back. And if you want me to visit you, you should send me a plane ticket, and I will come. And I took that, very seriously. And so my way of deciding that I was going to, make my own money and not get married young, I was really focused first on broadcast journalism. A lot of you are too young to probably know who Connie Chung is, but that's who I really was going to take Connie Chung's job. You probably know Diane Sawyer, I'm not sure, but I thought that being transparent and delivering the news and being factual about it, that was pretty noble. But instead, I was recruited by a pharmaceutical company, G.D. Searle. And they said to me, we launched the first birth control pill, Innovid, in 1960, and your job is going to be providing access to education and information to women about contraception. And they were amazing salespeople, and they definitely sold me that this was what I needed to do, and I thought, wow, this is fantastic. I am going to bring all these contraceptive products to all these women in all these rural places in Maine. And that's what I did. And I did it very well. I spent a lot of years caring a lot about moving up the corporate ladder. And I relocated 7 times. I took 9 promotions. Anything was dangled in front of me, I was pretty fanatical about. Because what I recognized very early on, that unfortunately it didn't really matter how smart or benevolent or much wisdom you had. If you sat in the highest position, you made all the rules, which I cared about a lot. And a funny story was the very first class I went to be trained, I was really thoughtful about what I was going to wear and how I was going to present myself. And I showed up on the first day wearing the most fantastic pantsuit I promise you've ever seen. Fantastic pantsuit. So I got into this class, and halfway through the class, I was asked to leave the room and to come outside because my boss wanted to talk to me. And my boss said, we have to tell you that we know that you're from Maine and you might not realize this, but women in business don't wear pants. And you have to immediately go back to the hotel and we have a car waiting for you outside so that you can change into something more proper. And on my outside, I apologized and said, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. And on my inside, I thought, what sexist, idiotic, draconian morons made a rule like that? I am going to get promoted, I'm going to change the rules and fire whoever created those rules. That's what I really thought. I really did. I used to think like that. I'd still do a little bit, to be honest. I can't lie to you. But instead of saying this place isn't for me, I thought I'm going to change this place. This place has to be changed. They need an upgrade, and I clearly am the one to do it.